Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to week 2 of Zombie Game 2024. Not the best sounding name, but I haven't chosen another one there. So, this week I have done a lot of the background stuff, like the inventory specifically, and I've also added a way to escape from the main game. I'll show you that later here. Uh, I've also wasted like 2 days because I overcomplicated a lot of things. So in the base, there was one inventory. I can just load this up here. Actually, let's do it the normal way here, and I can show while we're looking at everything new as well. So nothing new on this page here. If we press start, there's a couple of new little details everywhere around here. For example, these guys weren't here before. This guy patrolling wasn't here before. Usually, when I get stuck on something, I usually redirect my attention. Either if I've been programming for a long time, I go play another video game or something else, watching TV, whatever, or I'll start working on other things. So in this case, I've added some little details around the base here. Nothing super important here. The barracks, though, I have added all of this stuff. I'm not sure if all of this was in the last one. Should probably check that before I start the video recording, but I know that these are new, and if you select them, there's more. This is all for debugging the numbers here. That's pretty much so I can see that it instantiated the inventory in the correct way. But yeah, so now that we've selected these three, we can press the command post to start the mission. And we can move on. And here's the inventory here. So this inventory here, the problem I had before was that from the base, I wanted the inventory. So what I did is I converted the base inventory into so for example, like this inventory here, whenever we loaded into the game, we had all of this. Like I made this into, if it was empty like it is now, it becomes like a 1000 something. I had a specific number for it, probably 999. But if it wasn't, it was the item ID. So if we look at the base here, everything has a, where is it? There it is. The database. This is all the, currently we only have the 3 items in the game, but this is number 0, 1, and 2. So by using that number, I would recreate like this is a 0, this is a 1, and then they instantiated those items into the slot. So when we entered the game, it would take those items from the inventory, they would make them into ints, go over to the main game, and then they remade them into new items in this game, which was super overcomplicated, and there was no reason to actually do it. Because if we actually go out here, we can unfocus the game, and if we start, I talked a little bit about this before, but we have a thing called here persistent stats. If you look here, this one actually follows. If we add another soldier here, you can see that this one just follows all the time. It's always there. So the logical conclusion was just put every single inventory and everything that you need to have loaded between scenes into that one. I don't know why I didn't think that, but sometimes I overcomplicate things, which is fine. That happens, especially in programming, I think. So yeah, I've added that, and now it works perfectly. I can actually show you here. If we just start up the game, let's pick 3 soldiers. I can show some other things that you probably noticed here as well. So we went into the game. We have nothing in inventory. So I've added these little plops here. I'm probably going to add something on the ground as well to easily be able to show what you can loot here. But this is a looting spot. You go here, you press it, and he goes and he starts to loot. And yep, you see we got the wooden pile. So that you would bring that back, and you would get the wood resource in the base. And if we go over to this one, before I have the debug buttons down here, but this is I finished this one today, which is the evacuation. So if you go into it, you see that we have evacuation in 5 seconds. And if you leave, it stops. So if you get all of your team members to, for example, on this one, it would probably be like this thing would be over in like the end of this one here, or maybe a helicopter spot or something like that. I'm actually planning on remaking the entire screen because the idea here would be that you're not actually playing as these guys, you're playing as a drone that's in the air. So you get you come to here, and these guys, they start the mission by pretty much holding you and then throwing up a drone, which is your player. Uh, so yeah, let's evacuate. You see here we have the wooden pile. Oh, bug. And if we go back, it transfers easily in between. So you can just add that to the stockpile. And then you can deselect these guys, select someone else to go out. Maybe I'll add like a sleep or stamina mode or something. Maybe I don't have to go that deep into the base guys here. But yeah, that's how you get stuff from the playthrough into the main game here. So yeah, I've added looting, I've added these, I've also added these cars here. One thing I started looking at before, just using the cars to add some more stuff around the world to make it feel more alive. Another thing I also liked about them, they started off. If I show here, oh, so far away. Yeah, let's see over here. So they started off. If we look at the colliders here, they started off having a collider that was like this. You see, the collider was all of the way up. Then it would go up here. So I actually made it all the cars into two colliders instead. So you can see on the top there. And if we go into the game, let's spawn a wave here. Let's see where they come from. Looks like they're coming from over here. Then let's take up shop here. This is in the game. You would get like a little notification, like, "Hey, zombie wave incoming," so you can get up. It would be like a little icon over here that points towards where the main zombie horde is coming from, and you can just like this take up arms, and we have some cover between the behind the cars now. So we can stand here and fire as they come towards us. There might also be some other. As I said before, I'm gonna add the special infected to this, I think. So there might spawn like a witch that, if you played like Left 4 Dead, they scream and they alert another horde of zombies to come at you, and stuff like that. And then, yeah, so that is one thing. That's why I changed the cars models and stuff, just to be able to do things like that. Yes. So that's like the main thing I've been working on this week, especially the inventory. It was really hard to get all of this to work, but it's pretty much integral to an extraction shooter. So having it this early on, having the prototype done, it's really good. I like it. Now I just have to find a way to save it, because if we reload the game here, there is no saving in the game yet. So if we go in here again, boom, everything's gone. But that's for another time. Yeah, just to add some kind of save and stuff to all that. And then the resources up here, that's probably going to be for next week as well, with a scrapyard. So you would get that wooden pile here, and then you can go to the scrapyard, and you could add it to the resource up here. But then there might be some specific things that you can't scrap, or you might not want to scrap, because like something you can build or upgrade. We'll see where all of that lands later. Another thing I might be tempted to add would be weapons to have a bigger slot, but I don't think I should do that. I think I'm gonna stand to having a 1x1 inventory on this one, and since I wanted it to be more arcadey. I'm gonna do the weapons are gonna be tied to the class, like a grunt might not have an MP5. I might add some other things like maybe pistols, some low caliber weapons, and then the grunts level up and they become something else, like a soldier or a medic, a technician, whatever. And the weapons are depending on the class. and then you could probably choose which one you want to equip for everyone. That is something I'm working on with that. Yeah, so that's what I got for week 2. I'm really happy about the inventory system specifically. It looks really good. It works the way I want to. It's flawless in between the scenes. Like there's like barely any loading time at all in between these. And then if we loot, it's super simple. Oh, we didn't get anything though. But yeah, it's super simple. Like all of the things they just add together. I'm really happy with that. I had a really tough 2 days trying to come up with all that, but I'm happy I did it. Sometimes you just have to bear with the hard parts of programming, and things turn out okay. That guy's going through the wall. Well, good thing to know for the for the next bug fixing. Yeah, that's week 2, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.